All right, what's up, family? You're back with your girl Jen Ether. It's another episode of The Report. It has been a minute, but we are back with another one. Yeah, I mean, I've been on my shit. I switched jobs, as y'all already know. I'm in the process of moving. I got a second gig, which I always usually have. It's really, who knows? It's 1, 2 jobs, who knows? And then, of course, I'm doing a tarot still. And I just got the studio back up and running. So that's the newest update for y'all, something that y'all don't know. I just got my studio back up and running. So that's what I've been into. I'm actually having some technical difficulties right now, so I'm going to be on the fucking phone with tech support probably all day tomorrow. But that's been keeping me busy, but I want to make sure that I find my balance since I got that back up and running. That's a core component to what I'm doing as far as my spiritual journey, as far as like just my journey itself, is the music and tarot. These are the two elements. And then, of course, I go to work just so I can pay my bills. But now that I got the studio back up, I'm going to make sure I'm staying on an even keel with you guys. So I'm finding an even balance with the music and the tarot. All right. So let's get straight into it. This reading is going to just let you guys know exactly what your spirit guides want you to know for as of today. And really, this is more so like a check-in. What your spirit guides, any messages they've been trying to get to you, and basically how we're going to finish out this year strong, because we're at the end of the year. So this is going to also help you as far as what they want you to do to make sure you finish this thing out strong. All right, we're 2 minutes in. Let's get straight to it, y'all. Let's start with some oracle cards. Let's see what comes out of the oracle deck to start off. Give us some energy, see where we're going with this. I actually just started getting super tired when I got on here, so like really feeling exhausted. So some of you guys out here, depending, doesn't matter when you're watching it, I'm recording it at 12, but I was not tired when I started doing it, or I wouldn't have pressed the record button. So I feel like someone out there is definitely feeling fucking exhausted. When I say exhausted, I mean it's feeling like you really need a fucking nap. Go to bed. Turn the read off. Yeah, I mean, if you're up late watching this and you got shit to do and you know you have to get some rest, then turn this shit off. Download it. Save it for tomorrow. Do whatever you gotta do. But whoever this is for, this particular message, you definitely need to get some rest. Okay. See what comes out. Please give me messages for the collective, what they need to know for their highest good. Please give me messages for the collective. Whoop. Too many but one came up. We got, I don't know if y'all can see this shit. This camera looks horrible to me. But let's see if I can see it from this view. Yeah, y'all can see this shit. Alright, it's not the greatest camera, y'all, but it's something. I had to get something so I could do these personals. I needed some storage. Alright. So, clear your space. Archangel Jophiel, get rid of clutter. Clear the energy around you. And use feng shui. So we talk about feng shui. That's actually getting things, putting things in the proper place, putting things around you that will dictate your energy in a positive way. Using feng shui is all about like the dictation of energy, but based upon like the things that you have in your environment, in your space. So you hear about it a lot of times. It's used in fashion, in the fashion world. It's a fashion term, but that's what the actual meaning of it is. Feng shui is talking about what you have in your environment. And, you know, you could really, feng shui is supposed to be positive. Look it up so you can get the technical definition, please. But yeah, they definitely want you to clear your space, get rid of anything that's burdensome. If you had if you broke up with someone, and let's say if you broke up with someone and the shit was not a good, like their energy was bad, meaning anything of theirs or anything that was left behind could still hold that negative energy or the negative energy of the relationship or whatever. They want you to clear that out. For others, it could just be just having clutter around you or in your space will create blockages. So clear your space. That's definitely for me as well. I'm clearing my space because I'm moving. Very happy to do so. So, victory. Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So, whoever's watching this, your prayers have been heard and answered. You're being asked to have faith. You're actually being told to have faith. You're being told that it is in your best interest to have faith. Clear audience. Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So if you're getting loving thoughts, loving guidance, just intuitive hits that feel loving, notice them, pay attention to them. Also, if you have people, there could be other people that are coming around you that are emanating a certain vibration of love. Notice that. There's going to be something in that. We're not just taking notice. I mean, for one, you want to notice it so you can feel and soak up that vibration. And it will actually, you can use it as a catalyst to raise your vibration, especially for the people in the original or in the first message as far as being tired. That could have been, as far as me feeling tired, that could just be talking about just energy levels feeling down. So a boost of love can definitely give you a boost of energy. I don't know if you've ever been in like a fresh relationship. I'm using a relationship as an example because that's an example of love we can all relate to. But if you've ever gotten into something new, I don't care what you were going through, as long as it wasn't anything too fucking heavy, as long as it wasn't nothing too fucking heavy, you get into that new relationship, you just get a burst of energy. You just pick up. Everything seems lighter in life. You can, yes, because, and not a bad relationship. I'm talking about when you're feeling that love. So no matter who's around you, whether it's your mom, your sister, your daughter, your son, friends, whoever it is, co-workers, if there's going to be people around you who are going to be emanating or emitting that energy of love, and they want you to definitely take notice because this is going to help you to raise your energies yourself. One more card, please, from this deck. Okay, clear sentence. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. This is also talking about taking notice to the loving guidance you hear inside of your mind. So a lot of you guys are, I want to say, coming to terms with love came to mind. That's like what I thought of. It's the only thing I could really think of. It's like, and when I say coming to terms with love, I feel like you guys are really feeling that loving. I feel like you are the one emitting this love. Like you're feeling that shit from within. So for a lot of you guys, you don't really have any, it's not your outside that's really giving it to you, but it's like you can feel it from the inside. It's like you feel like you have a lot of love to give. It's like one of those type of feelings. So take notice to that feeling, to these emotional feelings, because they do signify divine guidance. So if you're feeling like you have a lot of love to give, this could signify that, say, if you were wanting to get pregnant, have a child, because you have a lot of love to give. This is signifying, with you having this feeling of, I have a lot of love to give, that you do have the okay. You are being permitted to. Now, I'm not saying you will get pregnant, but what I'm saying is this would not be something that your spirit guides would be giving you the finger wag for. You're good with that. Now, if you were feeling like you didn't want to emit love, getting pregnant would probably not be the best idea, All right. Since I just said the word love, let's see what comes out for love. We got anything for love? I did shuffle all the decks before I got on. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. That's the first card that comes out in the love deck. What else? What else here? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So a lot of you guys could be using or needing a vacation, or using up some vacation time. Since I was saying using, some of you guys could have some vacation time that you want to use up. Some of you guys are already on vacation because you work in a field that's being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So there's someone that you know that you do have a strong magnetic attraction with. You guys with retreat being in the middle and calling in your soulmate being on like the outskirts of chemistry, retreat in the middle and then calling in your soulmate. I feel like you guys are on a retreat from each other, but you are calling each other in. Or one is calling the other in. So we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So some of you guys are actually needing to free yourself from a situation. There could be someone that you have a strong chemistry with that you need to free yourself from, because it's basically, it goes no further than just having a strong ass chemistry. Also, as far as this calling in your soulmate, whoever is in the energy of calling in their soulmate and who is in separation, you're being told to definitely stay optimistic about this situation, because positive thinking will bring in romance for you. Also, I just got that for some of you, whoever's on the retreat, like in separation from the person, this is also building that strong magnetic attraction. Like it's actually growing from the retreat. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So this is still talking about that retreat. Worth waiting for. Stay optimistic about your love life. These are very similar messages. So divine timing is at hand if you were wondering what's going on. I'll come back to this deck towards the end and see what else happens. But it's definitely looking like some of you guys are needing to leave a situation. Some of you guys are in separation from a situation, but actually calling that person back in. So you're going to pick which one you are if you're any. This is a general reading, so all the messages cannot resonate with every single person. You're going to have to take the messages as they resonate and leave behind the ones that do not. We got the Ten of Cups that comes out first. I'm going to pull 4 more cards. Let me get these out and then we'll get into it. One more card, please. One more card for the overall energy. Okay. Okay. So we got the Five of Cups as your overall energy. As you see in the Five of Cups, we got the man looking very upset, very sad. 3 cups spilt over. He's upset because these cups spilt over. Now, he does have these 2 cups standing on a podium, but he's not paying attention or looking at these cups. He's still very upset. Now, this card definitely talks about being in grief about something that basically something that you put emotional, let's say emotional energy into that did not work out. So it's you're in your feels emotionally. Now there is something there's still a reason to be happy, but you're just not seeing it at this moment because you're still kind of feeling the grief of what you've been through, whatever caused the cups to fall over in the first place. So we'll clarify, of course, as we go in, and we'll get more of the story as I keep going. So in the past, we got the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment, with the cups talking about emotions. It definitely can represent a family. It can represent home life. When I say home life, not just like a single home life, it represents, as seen in the card, like a family life, like 2 people who are in a home. A lot of times this card will be literally show a whole family with a grandparent. It's either that or the Ten of Pentacles, but I think both of them will actually show that sometimes. Those are both the family cards, but this one, the Ten of Pentacles, is also a great card for family. It's strong, it's stable, it's financially stable. This card is great, and a lot of people prefer this is the family card because it has that Ten of Cups. It has that emotional factor to it. So when you got this, it's like you're emotionally fulfilled within your family. So in the past, there was a situation where you were emotionally fulfilled in your family. I feel like there was a lot of money coming in, a lot of business moves being made. I've never really noticed this, but right now I'm taking notice to the hand coming out of the water. So I feel like a lot of these business moves were being made intuitively, especially with this IRA that I'm looking at. Like you were taking intuitive or maybe spiritual gifts or just gifts that you came down to the planet with, like certain things that maybe you fine tune. Like, so for instance, I've been rapping since been rapping, like literally. And not to say I came out the womb rapping, but I might have, who knows. So I don't know what that goo goo gaga, I don't know what the fuck I was trying to say. That was probably bars, you feel me? But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, since I started rapping, and even since I was interested in music as a whole, let's not even fuck rap, and not saying that like that, but I'm just saying my parents are older, so before I was introduced to any type of hip hop, I was just hearing music in general. So I've already had that natural talent, that natural ear. I remember being a child, like before. Now this is some cool shit, and I've talked about this with like my sister. I have a twin though, so it's kind of, it's not as poignant. There's so many cool things with having a twin, but this is one of those things where it's hard for us to get a good gauge on certain things because we were the exact same age. So when I'm talking about something where I was young as hell, yeah, she remembers it, but it's, and she was probably thinking like, how the hell is she doing that? But it's hard for her to gauge it like an adult would have. So anyway, used to be in the car riding with my parents, and literally at like the age of 5 years old, 5, 6, I would be literally telling them who these, like the songs would be coming on the radio. Listen to the radio station. A song might come on. And without me having any knowledge of who this singer is, the name of the band, never heard of these motherfuckers. I'm talking about never heard of the band. I would be like, that's the Isley Brothers. And they'd be like, yeah, how you know that? As we're sitting there, like I know. And that's how I used to feel, like I just know. And then something else would come on. And it wouldn't always be like through like the whole radio, but I could definitely, I remember doing that shit like at least twice a week, maybe 3 times I could call that shit out in one car ride. So that was just something that I was innately, I came to the planet with a good ear for music, with a innate love, an innate affinity for that shit. Like that shit's in my soul. So when I say you're doing something that was sprung up from your intuitive side, it doesn't have to mean that you're a tarot reader. So for some of you guys, you are literally making money doing something like this, being a tarot reader, doing something spiritual where you're using your intuition. But for a lot of you other guys, you're just doing something that just naturally came easy to you. And of course, to make the big bucks, to make the money, you have to fine tune it. So I feel like whatever it was that came natural to you, you fine tuned, you looked up videos, you figured out how to make this shake, how to turn this into a business, how to start a business proposal, how to put the plan together, how to do this, and that. So you had the family, you had the business going. Now, in the future, but a lot of times I see this as like present/near future, because we got this energy of, so let's see what happened in the past. Let me see, what do I want to do? Because I see the 7 of coins in this future energy, where it's like you're being divinely guided to like make a move, walk away. You're not happy about it though. You feel burdened. You feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You feel like you've put in a lot of time. I'm taking with this, or I'm guessing with this 10 of Cups situation, with this family situation. So let's see what happened, why we jumped there, and why the overall energy is the 5 of Cups. Give me more on this 10 of Cups, please. What's up with this 10 of Cups? What happened with this? What happened with this 10 of Cups? Okay. So, the 10 of Cups got clarified by the Ace of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Coins. 5 of Coins, you already know, is the left out, which was, the first card was the Ace of Wands. That's a very positive card. That's a brand new beginning. But then the very next card was the 5 of Coins. That's not a positive card. That's a being left out in the cold card. So I feel like someone in this relationship, in this happy home, in this 10 of Cups situation, basically someone left for a brand new passionate beginning, and someone else was left out in the cold. Someone, I always take this as my foundation. Someone felt like they were building on a rocky foundation and decided to start over, pick up the planks, the stilts that they already planted down to start the foundation, and said, no, let me find more sturdy ground to put this on. So now we got the Ace of Coins. Give me the Ace of Coins. Okay. Please keep clarifying for the Ace of Coins one more. Okay, so it looks like the Ace of the Ace of Coins got clarified by the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is, you got 3 aces on the board so far, so you pretty much got all of them out here. It's all the aces talk about new shit, new beginnings, new shit. So that Ace of Wands that was clarifying someone wanting a passionate new beginning and leaving someone out in the cold. To clarify, that's what happened with the with this 10 of Cups. Now, this Ace of Coins, like I said, someone is, that still stands, everything that I said before. Funny thing about all this shit, everything in life is multiple things can be happening at once, like 100 things, you know, so that's true. But what I'm about to say right now is also true to this. And take it how it resonates. For some of you, one half is true. For the other half is true, or this part I'm about to say is true. But a lot of times, like I said, if you think multidimensionally, you'll figure out that a lot of this shit can resonate on both ends. Like both things can actually be true, but it just depends on your situation. It's up to you to know if this actually your story, if that resonates with you. So right now, when I see this Ace of Coins, aside from you manifesting your own money from your own intuitive gifts, the second thing that I'm seeing is that you wanted to be powered with someone, because I see it's almost like the way it's sitting, it's almost like 2 people offering. Like one's offering the Ace of Cups, one's offering They don't look like that. Like, here, you take this. I have this, the coin. You take my cup. You take my coin. So it's like a trade off. Like, you two are offering. One person may be coming in and they may be more of the intuitive person, and the other person could be offering more of an emotional and even spiritual as well, because I see this water is intuitive as well, and with this snake wrapped around the finger of this woman's finger, which I never fucking pay attention to. That talks about intuition, the knowledge, of course. So I feel like that's what you guys are passionate about, actually. Finding someone that's going to be able to balance you. Like, all right, I got the money, I need the love. Or you got the love, you need the money. Something like that. Then we got this Queen of Coins, which is someone fertile. Give me more on the Queen of Coins, please. The Hermit came out, too. Where'd that Hermit go? The Hermit definitely came out. Oh, here we go. That's what came out. So, I feel like, for some of you guys, you had a choice. Or for some of you guys, no, I'm seeing not even a choice. I'm seeing that you guys had to go into hermit mode. And that's where we're going back into them oracle cards where it said pay attention to. I think I still got them out. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're the person holding the pinnacle and you're starting to notice the loving feelings you're feeling inside yourself. You're starting to notice the loving guidance from people. And it has basically sent you into hermit mode to where you had to reflect on what you wanted. Now, a lot of you guys chose a new beginning. A lot of you guys, a new passionate beginning where you're going to find balance with your money, with your emotions. And a lot of you guys are still in this stage of thinking. But we're still going on because that's still all in the past. I just wanted to see what happened in the past. So it looks like whatever happened in the past, you're still mourning. Whatever decision you made, if you decide to go on and get your own passionate beginning, it's not like you jump straight into a passionate beginning. No, you had to still mourn, which is what has your energy as the Five of Cups right now. If you decided to just still ponder on it, you're kind of still in this energy. Like, maybe you're more leaning towards something else. So it has you in the Five of Cups, like leaning towards the leaving or starting a new beginning, maybe leaving someone or something. Because it's Two of Cups does represent a relationship on that table. So now we have the Seven of Coins where you're feeling like you're got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Also, never fucking seen this. You feel like a lot of people have their eyes on you. See all these coins with the eyes on them on the back, because he's carrying this on his back. So it's like you feel like everyone's watching you, or like you always have to watch your back. For some of you guys, y'all could actually be watching your back from the law, because I see the Judgment card. So there could be some type of case that you're involved in. Maybe some of you guys decided not to go to court, like I'm dipping, and you're, staying in different places trying to avoid the law. I would say in that case, depending on, get a personal, because I can't really give legal advice, so don't take this like that. But as far as a general reading goes, depending on what your time is, I'm seeing the number 2. I'm seeing the number 20. So for some of you guys, you could feel like you're facing 20. Or, now, of course, facing 20, depending on what your lawyer do, facing 20 could easily turn into doing 5. You know what I mean? Facing 20 could easily turn into doing 2. And some of you guys are just facing 2. Now, if you're facing 2, bro, go take care of that 2. First of all, the next 2, we might still be in lockdown. So Don't even waste it out here. Go handle your two and then come back. I mean, the world will probably be open. We're in jail anyway, so it wouldn't be a big difference. You feel me? So, like I said, if you have that type of situation, definitely hit me up for a personal reading, because that's something that I really don't want to touch on. It just came up in the reading, so I had to touch on it. But I would really like to get personal details for you if that's something you're going through. All right, and I'll even throw you a discount with that, because I relate to certain things from that. I want to help with certain things like that. I want to make sure we're all making the best decisions for our lives, for our families' lives, and that's an important decision that's going to really have a ripple effect on everyone, depending on what you do. So if you're in that situation, hit me up. I'll give you a discount. I'll give you the return customer discount for it, and we'll dig into it and see what the best option is for you that will make, shit as best as possible for the future. All right. So also, with the people watching, this could be like, and this is not going back to that court situation. This is going to, like, yeah, it's like court, because you feel like people are watching. Maybe you feel like people are judging you, passing judgment on you, passing judgment on a situation that you're in. All right, give me one more phrase, please. One more, please. No, we're going to go for the King Knight of Swords. Let's see why this Knight of Swords is here. So, yeah, it definitely looks like you guys are either getting out of a situation, and look, the Death card. The freaking Death card. And then, when I bent over, this is the card that actually came out. So, you guys, like I said, are getting out of a situation, and then the Ten of Coins came out. It didn't come out, but when I went to bend over, it fell off the top. So then the Ten of Coins. Let's see what's on the bottom. And we got the Sun card on the bottom. So yeah, you guys are definitely walking into your sunshine. You've decided, after a long, long deliberation, that your best bet is to walk in your light and to find your happiness, your peace, your joy. I feel like a lot of you guys with the Sun, I'm even being kind of guided to look at this little kid. It's like you want to feel, you want to go, you want to feel, and I feel like none of us can necessarily do it, but we can do it. We can get as close as possible to doing it. I do know that. I know that because I've achieved it many, many fucking times. I achieve it a lot, but because I make a strong effort at doing it. But I feel like right now you're in the energy where you really want to release these burdens, and it's to the point where you want to release them. uh this is like how you want to feel. You want to feel like how you felt before anything negative ever happened to you in your whole fucking life. So and I'm not saying, I mean, wouldn't it be great if you could go back, if you could really reverse your feelings back to before anyone ever hurt them, before anyone ever made you feel sad, before anyone ever did this, did that. And not to say you want to forget them. I don't think that. I don't think you're playing the denial, or I don't think you're playing the scapegoat, trying to get away from your feelings. No, I just think you truly want to feel free, because when you're a child, before you start having these things happen, these uncomfortable situations happen to you that hurt your feelings, that make you look at people differently, that add on baggage, that add on blockages. Before those things happen, you are fucking free. So I feel like that's what you want. You want to feel free, just as free. You want to recapture that little girl, that little boy that's inside of you, that still exists before you completely lose that person. That's what I'm feeling. So now let's pull from this deck. We'll pull from this deck just to give you some advice to lead us out of here. I appreciate y'all for being patient with me. I know I lose people, I get new people, because my life is crazy, y'all. I lose a damn phone every other fucking month, So, but I'm actually doing very, very good which I've been doing good for a long time. I never do bad. I just have a crazy ass life. But basically, I'm really feeling that part of my life is over because, first of all, I'm a Taurus. It's my first sign on the cusp of Gemini. So I'm a stable creature at nature. You know, my whole life is about me building stability and having things a certain way. And I haven't been able to have these things my particular way or my certain way for some time now, about 2 to 3 years now. Now, when I first got thrust into not having things my way, it was a motherfucking shell shock. And I didn't handle it so well at first. I'll say the first year was really tough for me, but the first 4 or 5 months was the toughest. And I was going through a lot of shit as well, like breakups and trying to figure that out and what was up with that. You know, how I felt emotionally, kind of like those cards a little bit as far as going into hermit mode. So I was in that energy. I was at probably where you guys are maybe 2 years ago. No. I was where y'all are probably literally like a year ago. Right now, where y'all are at. But the start of to get to where y'all are at started 3 years ago. So through that process, though, once now I'm 3 deep and I'm getting out of it and things are re-stabilizing for me, I learned that shit was a part of my ascension process. So it's very cool as you start to go through things and really pay attention to your feelings, your emotions, to the things that are happening around you, and really starting to take note of why these things are happening and going with the flow more. So as the whole time as I'm trying to fight initially my destabilization of my life, I'm trying to fight that shit because it doesn't feel right for me to not be stable, for me to not have the certain amenities that I'm used to having, for me to not be able to get up and go exactly when I want to get up and go and move how I want to move. That shit just don't feel natural to me. So it seemed like, no, this shit ain't natural. You feel me? Fight this shit. But by me fighting it, I was only making it harder on myself, only making it tougher. So once I kind of got into the groove of it, like, oh, okay, there's no need to fight against it. I'm just like, I'm fighting a fucking losing battle. I'll never win this fight. It was only making me more frustrated and things were going more left. You know what I mean? It wasn't going right. It was going left like a motherfucker. So once I let go of the battle and just let the chips fall where they may and just had faith, like, all right, I know I'll be all right. I wasn't, homeless or anything. So it's like, all right, I'll be good. I'm not on the streets. Just have to be, I have to be able to adjust. And I feel like a lot of it for me was to learn that this shit's not material anything, and that's what the world's learning right now, or should be learning. And those of us who learn this lesson will be much better off for learning it spiritually, mentally, and physically. Is that this physical shit can go within the blink of an eye. You just seen our whole world fucking change, literally within the blink of an eye. In like 1 week, we went from everything being regular to our whole world changing. So it just goes to show there's not much point in putting too much stock too much praise, too much paying too much attention to fucking material inanimate objects. You know what I mean? A lot of people will basically sell their souls for money or for attention or for the look of prosperity or to be on the A list. And all that shit is shit that doesn't mean shit at the end of the day. What does mean something is you keeping your spiritual body right and you keeping your mental right so you can actually navigate and get to where you need to go spiritually. And one thing that I will say is once you get on them tracks, abundance is second nature. You don't have to try. It just comes. So that's really what this thing has been about. And once I let go, it just really rolled a lot easier for me, And it's not to say it still took a long time, because I probably started letting go, like I said, at the end of that first year. So in the 2 years, so I still had 2 years of, now I'm letting go and things are happening, and I'm just, I'm not really seeing too much of a movement, but I'm not worried about it. I know I'll be okay. I'm not like, oh my God, I don't have my car. Oh my God, if I could only have this again. Why is my life like, no. I was like, all right, I'm cool. This is what it is. Let's operate out of this. So all that shit's important, yeah. To know that love is going to conquer it all. Because at the end of the day, when I didn't have the things I was used to having, guess what I realized that I did have? Love for myself. Love for my fucking self. Love for myself. Self-respect for myself. So even if you're going through something where you feel like people are watching you, people have their eyes on you, you don't want them to see you like this, no, fuck what the people see. At the end of the day, you want them to see you down. Like, you want them to see your climb, You want them to get the full story. You don't want to... A lot of people cheat themselves out of the fucking success story. Motherfuckers want to act like they had it from the beginning. Well, then how are you going to tell your success story if you act like you was always that nigga? Like, you didn't grow into be that person? No, I came out the womb that way. There is no story. Well, all right, I'm not interested now. I want to see the story. I want to hear from the climb up. I want to hear how you fucking fell down a couple times, scraped your fucking knee, had to get up, had to motherfucking cry. I want to hear that shit. That's going to make me respect you as a person. That's going to let me know that you're about your shit. You're on G shit. You don't give up. So don't be afraid for your story to even be... You don't even have to be the one to expose it. What I'm saying is, don't be ashamed of your story. Don't be ashamed of the things you had to go through to get to the point where you are today. Because whatever the fuck you had to go through to get to where you're at, someone else is going to have to go through that too, and they may need your story. Your story may inspire someone else to know, like, damn, if she did it or if he did it, I can get through the same thing. All right, and let me take some tips. I'm glad I ran into this person. So don't ever be ashamed of what the fuck you had to go through. Never. Like, it's all a part of your learning process. It's literally a part of why you came here to learn certain lessons, is to go through these things, no matter how shady they may seem. Even if you're the person that had to dish out shady shit to the other person, to someone else, don't be ashamed of it. Even if that person is trying to make you feel ashamed of it, do not be ashamed of it. You can take account of it. You can take responsibility for it. You can learn from it and know, okay, I don't want to treat people like this. I don't want to do that. But it's like that AA shit that they teach you. You have to learn to accept the things you can't change and change the things that you can. Some shit like that. You know what I mean? So anything that you've done to wrong someone in the past, you can't change that shit. Like I said, you can learn from it. You can't apologize for it. A person doesn't have to accept your apology either. You can't make them do that. So, but you can't change that. So, okay, you have to move on from that. Like, damn, I'm going to apologize. Hopefully, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. But you can learn from it. Like, okay, if they don't accept it, let's say they don't accept the apology, you'll never have to give that particular apology out again for that particular situation, because you will have learned your lesson, because you're taking account of shit. So that's really what it's all about. But it's not about acting like you're perfect. It's not about us out here acting like we don't have flaws. It's not about us out here acting like we never fucked up. Because if we fucking act like that, how the fuck can we be real with ourselves? How the fuck can we look at the man in the mirror and really begin to evolve and really begin to grow as people if we don't ever want to look at the man in the mirror and say, Jen, you did some fuckboy shit? It don't make sense. We can't do it. So don't be ashamed of what you're going through. Don't let others make you feel ashamed. If they try to make you feel ashamed, don't get mad. Just say, oh, that's their fault. They don't understand how this evolving shit works. I get it. Have empathy for them. Alright. Hope is the conduit for miracles. So hope is what creates miracles. Just you believing that something's possible makes it possible. We're doing one. Oh, we got two more. Okay, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. This is what I was talking about. Fucking self-love. I'm going to read this shit one more time. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, when it's time to forgive others or when it's time to forgive yourself, and the power I need when I am lost. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not about blocking things out and acting like shit don't exist, acting like you haven't fucked up, acting like we don't have scars from living this thing we call life. I mean, it's not about that. It's about having that energy of love towards ourselves. All right, so there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. A lot of love. Your reading started with love and it ended with love. And it keeps coming back to that emanating or that feeling of love. It's like I just heard surround sound in my head. Like if your motherfucking heart, yeah, I mean, was like a subwoofer or a speaker system. It's like it's radiating surround sound of love throughout your body. Like it's pumping that shit through. Like that's how you're feeling it. Like it's all through. Like I feel like love's coming through your motherfucking fingertips and shit at this point. So you're definitely in a loving feeling, and that's a very beautiful thing. It's very beautiful. So make sure that you are being around people that are giving off that same energy. Also make sure that you're trusting and having hope. If you're for those of you who did come out of something that was you know I don't want to say it was burdensome itself because I didn't really see that too much in the cars. It didn't really get on like the situation too much, but I feel like just leaving the situation is what got you drained and tired. Maybe that's what the tired feeling was, like having to sit in that hermit mode and really go over that decision. Maybe that's what has you feeling so drained because I'm feeling it again right now. So I feel like yeah, it will be you having hope to know that yeah, you've gone through that, but just keep your hope and know that this feeling of love is in you for a reason. It's because it wants to come out of you, you know? So it wants to be expressed, and know that you will have your chance to express it. Something is coming in for you. Just keep hope alive, keep loving yourself, keep emitting love. All right, I love y'all, and I'm out of here. I thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Report Tarot and Tools. It's your girl Jen Ether. I'm out. Peace.